she was a
Ethiopian
what's it called?
queen.
Not
Look in there.
what's it called? No, it's not no Ethiopian.
Yeah.
She was a
That's why they got Ethiopian Jews.
no, that's not why.
I just went to Israel, man.
What's it called? She was
She was a Ethiopian queen. That's how the Rastafarians, you know, believe believe Haile Selassie was Jesus.
she was an
incarnate.
Ammonite. She was an Ammonite. She was a so-called Japanese. Yeah. I get it real quick.
But it just says that she was the queen from the south. But like what I question or wonder is what was her authority to question the most powerful man at the time, or the richest man in the world? Who was she to question him? You understand what I mean? She must have been pretty powerful.
Question. What you mean? These women back in the ancient world, they didn't have power like that.
Yeah, but she did. Because she was to come to question the king. That's like your girlfriend or lady calling the president right now and say, I need to talk to you. You know, it's not gonna happen. But she was a queen, so she got an audience with the king. I like how you got it set up in Atlanta. There's a lot of that going on. That's why I stopped. But they got a lot of Israelites.
Yeah.
So how do you qualify to be an Israelite?
You have to, from the seed of your father, you have to go back to the 12 tribes of Israel.
So let me ask you this: what if you believe in the faith, but let's say my parents were Buddhists? Do I have a chance to get into the kingdom?
Yeah, you have to be of the elect, but all Israel's gonna come back in the kingdom anyway. Right?
So basically, if like I'm an Israelite too. I found out about my Jewish heritage when a seed was planted in my belly, and that's why I went to Israel.
But those fake Jews in Israel, they're not Israelites.
Well, they say they claim they are, and I'm with you. I don't know necessarily that they are. They just want that plot of land, which was their land at one point in time. It was given to them.
It wasn't their land.
It was.
When
they discovered when not Joseph but his Moses but his his elect, what was his name, Joshua, he went into the promised land and it was given.
That was our people, the Negro, Latino, and Native American.
Yeah,
that was them.
Yeah,
but it wasn't those Amalekites right now. They're Edomites. They're Caucasians.
There are, you can be like, that's the greatness of Christ. I don't know if you believe in Christ, but
the Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shah.
What Yeshua, yeah. What he made possible is for common people, normal people, not rich, not Pharisees or Sadducees, but just regular.
But they had to be of the nation of Israel.
Well, he only preached to the Jews, right? He only came for the Jews. But Paul.
Yeah, that was a true statement. He only came for the Jews.
He says
Jews
that.
are talking about the Israelites.
Right.
The Negro, Latino,
Jews,
Native
Israelites,
American
I think
today.
it's the same thing,
Not Jewish, because we're not pertaining to be a Jew.
Jews and Israelites, I think they fall in the same category.
Mm-hmm. Because Jew is short for Judah.
Yeah. But the 12 tribes. Like what I found out is very important, like in my journey to going to Israel, I went to the Wailing Wall and I spent a lot of time on the Wailing Wall. And there's some power in
You shouldn't have done that, man. That's idol worship. It's not worship.
No, I didn't go there to worship there. I went there to see what goes on there. And believe it or not, it made my hair stand up and made me cry, So there's something mystique about that place. But they say that now they're saying that is not the leftover of Solomon's temple.
No, it's not.
The temple was built somewhere else. But you can see all the baths, if you go in the tunnel, you see all the baths, the purity baths before, you have to take a purity bath before you go into the
Remember the siege of Jerusalem?
Yeah.
What was left?
There's a lot of them.
Now what was left? Right, from 68 AD to 70 AD.
Piece of the wall.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, what else?
I'm trying to find this we're talking about.
covenant is supposedly in Ethiopia.
They can't find it though.
Right.
They're not gonna be able to find it.
But there's a lot of speculation that it's in Ethiopia, protected in caves.
Sorry, I should have.
So where do you fellowship or whatnot? How you got this job with you out here?
Right
It's
now.
pretty cool to see a young dude, into
The word.
yeah.
But what you coming with, you're not coming with the true word, right? Because you still dealing with these heathens, right? These heathens don't have a part in this.
No, I don't. I'm a free spirited person. I don't lock myself into anything. And I can share openly.
We're supposed to be getting the discipline from the Heavenly Father, right?
Yeah, but some disciplines slower than others, Like I may drink beer right now and you don't.
That's
That
not a
doesn't-
sin.
But well, okay, that's a bad example. I might be out here fornicating and you don't, but God still forgives me for my fornication.
Well, what's his name?
God, what's his name? According to the Jehovah's Witnesses, is Jehovah.
Oh, they wrong.
But he has the one that I understand his name to be is Yahweh.
That's wrong too, because they go with the Yiddish, right?
Yeah.
The pure Hebrew is right here. It's in a lot of Bibles. This is the Assyrian text, right? It's Yah, Ha, Wa, and that's silent. It's Yahweh, but that's a Ha too. Yahweh.
It's close to Yahweh.
Yeah, but
Except for pronunciation.
if your name was Job and I called you
Well, for me, it's like that because my name is Marek, but
Okay.
people call me Mark.
So if somebody,
But I still recognize
if
my
your
name.
name is Mark, right, and I called you North
Marek.
or Noah or
Right.
something, you're not gonna answer to me if I call you Noah, right? But if I call you Mark, you're gonna look over,
Yeah.
right? That's the same thing with the Heavenly Father,
Well,
right?
see,
And His Son. His Son only has
See.
one name.
Yeshua.
Yahweh Shah.
Or yeah, they pronounce it Yeshua. When I was there, but in Hebrew. But the thing is, this is my point right here.
This is why they pronounce it in the wrong way. This is Psalms 35 and 26. It says, "Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt." And that's talking about the hurt of the nation of Israel. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor. And that's all that Edomites and Caucasians have on them, that magnify themselves against me, right? So they got that confusion on them, Even
You got a card or something, a number.
Well, we're
where
on
do you go worship at?
I upload these to YouTube too,
Okay.
so you can get the channel.
Yeah. Tell me what channel.
This is I get it real quick.
Or unless you got something where you can write it down on, it'd be easier.
No, it's not gonna be easy. It's kind of difficult.
Okay.
Let's see.
Where we need to
Oh.
go?
Go to YouTube. You got it on your phone?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, me and my friend, we be on Sundays. That's what we do. That's where I'm on my way to now. We be having like conversations, cause we don't believe in organized religion,
yeah. This isn't religion. This is a nationality.
Okay, now I'm on YouTube. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Like people, like I used to have Joe witnesses come to my house, and they couldn't answer my questions. They always had to go back to the watchtower. And then, because I said, if we serve the same God, then Spirit is going to reveal the truth to us right now. You're going to have to call the watchtower. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What up with that?
Q A Y A T A C. Where's C? A W A N. Just search. Come up. You're right there.
Okay.
Right.
I'll be in touch with you, man.
Let me try to get this verse for you.
you know, like I used to, I grew up Catholic, growing very strict Catholic state. Then I came here, my parents, I was 16 when I came here, I was a troubled youth, and I came and they were Pentecostal holiness. And so I used to get saved every Sunday because I got confused by their religion, and they lived a bit far out. And then I did a full circle. Then they recruited me to come to Baptist church, and when they said that they were Baptist, I was out the door because I don't believe in denomination. You know, I believe God is. And I used to tell the pastor, I said, I want to meet you on holy ground. That's not the temple. Holy ground to me is earth. You know, like God, man, grass. You know what I mean? It's a holy ground. But it's good that you do this. You know what I mean? Keeps you from doing, you know, standing on the block selling and smoking blunts all day, you know?
Her name was Bathsheba.
Bathsheba, yeah.
It says, was the wife of Uriah, the Hittite, right? And that's who David killed.
That's a different one. That's the one that he had her husband killed. I'm talking about Sheba, the queen of the south, that came to
Sheba.
That's a different Sheba.
You said the wife of David,
the Sheba
right?
didn't have a wife, but she got pregnant by David. That's why there's Ethiopian Jews, which they just had like in the 60s, you know, white Jews went over there to help those black Jews to get to Israel, get to safety. They were getting killed by the Muslim.
They were getting kicked out.
They were getting killed by the Muslim warlords.
Weren't they getting kicked out of Israel too?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Sheba, Ethiopian queen. She was a very powerful Queen Sheba. She was a very powerful woman because think about it, she had the authority to question the most powerful man at the time, the richest man at the time. That's when Sheba the Ethiopian. She apparently ruled.
But we're talking about Solomon's mom, right?
Sheba, Solomon's mom. No, he had.
So we're not.
He had sex with Solomon. You talking about Bathsheba, the one that David saw over the wall?
Because I was saying that Solomon was, Solomon, his mom was saying that she was an Ammonite, right?
Yeah.
But you talking about a whole different Sheba.
No, I'm talking about the one that came from Ethiopia. See, Ethiopian kingdom for more than 50 years. The Ethiopian book of Ostrom's Model described establishing a new capital city of Azeb. According to one tradition, the Ethiopian Jews also trace their ancestors to Menelik, first son of King of Solomon and Queen of Sheba.
This is just confusing.
She was okay. Ethiopian Macedon flourished in the 10th century BCE according to the Jewish and Islamic tradition, ruler of the kingdom. She was a queen, but not Jewish. But she quizzed Solomon, and she gave him the stamp and said, "You are wise."
You're talking about that one, yeah. Because he came in to see how prosperous and see if his wisdom
if
was
he's
really
real.
on.
She checked.
Yeah.
But that's the question I'm having.
Yeah.
How powerful was she to question? You know, who are you? Let's say this lady right here. Who is she to go and see Trump right now to talk and see if he's really an idiot like this? You know what I mean? That's how much power she had as a woman. Women don't have that much power.
What is that? What's that again too? Like.
No, that's just saying, you know, a friend of mine, when he went to college to get at Methodist, and he went for theology. And he told me, he also studies a lot of African history. And he was saying that the real Israel is really not where they're making it to be out right now. He said it was
that land. They can only have a portion because they can't spread out. There's too much conflict, and there's no peace over there. You know, and everybody, it's funny, everybody, if they live over there, they have to join the army.
Yeah, I saw so many like young kids like your age, not calling you kid, but young people, and they always will go in pairs, and one has the MC or the rifle, and the other one don't, because you can't coin a rifle with the store. But they walk throughout, and then you got Masada, the special forces. They all over. They walk around with the pistols. So I went to the Muslim gate, and they told me not to. Late night, I just wanted to see what things they were. And I walked through the Muslim corridor and everything, and nothing happened, of course. And the next day, some police always got shot. Jewish police always got shot there. And they don't give you a fair trial if you're a Muslim or an Arab. They shoot you on the side. But the Arabs over there are like niggas in America. That's how they look at us.
I guess so. I wasn't there, so I guess if you're saying it like that. But they had conflict because of these wars,
Right.
And we're just POWs. We're prisoners of war. That's why we're over here.
But it's amazing. Like, I'm a history buff, so that's why I went to Israel. Next, I want to go Constantinople, Istanbul. That was the first Christian church.
But really, this, I'm telling you, going back to the scriptures, this was only for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, the true Israelites, right? And then when the whole Byzantine Empire happened, they branched it out and said it was for everybody. It was wicked Israelites that did that, and they built up this Catholic church, and they was going off on the doctrine. That's one, and it was bad to be called a Jew. You didn't want to be a Jew or anything
at
like
the
that.
time, what happened, I did a good, intense study on that. At the time, what happened, because me and my girl always argue about that, about the Bible being a holy book for us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with that. I do. If you have the Spirit, then you can relate to that in a spiritual way. If you don't have the Spirit, then it's just a book of gibberish and contradictions and fun, nice stories. But if you have the Spirit, then you can understand and relate. This book of Romans tells you about that. The Spirit bears witness with the Spirit.
And that's how we know Israelites from heathens, when we bring out this word and see if they're actually of Israel or not.
And you know what is the proof for me? Like our hair are like antennas. That's why Jesus didn't cut his hair.